Hi guys, today I'll be talking about a small outreach method that you can use for your SEO agency or your digital marketing agency. So I'll just jump into it right now. So one of the classic ways of doing it is through cold outreach effectively. So that's email, Facebook, social media, email, social media, all these things where you can message online. I guess email and social media really. And then you got the classic sort of walking into a business, meetup group, meetup group, and the what else do we have? I guess I could just say that for now. You get the gist really. So meeting someone in person rather than trying to contact them through online, social media, email. So between these two, right, you've got to think about obviously from your customer's perspective, a local business. A local business is probably looking for two things, right? Two things they're looking for, right, is trust and value. And within both of these outreach techniques, they're looking for the same thing. Go down here, trust and value. And it's our job to somehow convey that trust and value to the small business owner or a business owner. Most SEO agencies are going towards local business owners, just like myself. So, how do we convey these two aspects to business owners in different outreach methods? And these are the two main outreach methods, really. Obviously, you can get specifics, you can get different types of different outreach methods, events, all that sort of stuff. But these are the two outreach methods we kind of know of. So in person or contacting them online through email marketing or social media, YouTube, all that sort of stuff. So, what's the difference between the both, right? When you go on email and social media, it's very saturated nowadays. So many of these companies are trying to outreach to local businesses, offering some sort of service, some sort of value in exchange, for their cooperation, really. And most of the time, email marketing and direct outreach doesn't really work as effective as it did back in the day. So, effectively, email and social media outreach and things like that are a lot harder to do to convince a small business owner, whereas compared to walking into an actual business or doing some sort of meetup group where they can actually see you in person, is sort of much more easier when compared to obviously email and cold outreach online. And the reason why that is because when you walk into a business or a meetup group, you implement the idea of trust because it's you yourself and you haven't got anything to hide, right? You're not hiding behind a screen, or you're not hiding behind, online or the email, social media. You can actually paint yourself as someone else, really. I mean, you can hide yourself. You could be someone in India, offering sort of services, SEO and social media and all that sort of stuff. So the element of trust in both of these outreach methods is very different, right? Because it's a much harder to convey who you are as a business, as a person online than it is when you walk into a business. I mean, if you're online and you're emailing someone for some sort of cooperation, the only way you can implement trust is if that person does some research into you. So, if you implement trust you can implement trust in reviews, case studies, testimonials, all that sort of thing. But the customer, when they get that email, they have to do research into you, right? They have to get that email and they have to go click your website link. They have to research you. 9 times out of 10, they won't do that, right? They'll just ignore your email. So how do we stop that, right? One of the ways we stop that is becoming a unique entity and being distinctive in our email or our outreach message. Whereas walking into a business meetup group, walking into a business, 9 times out of 10, walking into a business and someone going in there offering them SEO services for some valuable SEO services or some sort of thing like that, 9 times out of 10, they probably wouldn't have experienced that before. But 9 times out of 10 on email and social media, they've probably been outreached, quite a few times, but even maybe like once a day at the most. So you've really got to you've really got to find, obviously, walk into a business and things, obviously you have to be a competent person to do that, and you have to be kind of more sort of a salesman side of things. rather than when you're on email and social media. It's much easier to do, write an email. You can sit there, write an email, you can get the reviews you want, but to be able to get those reviews and those case studies, you have to be in the business for a long time. So I'm kind of coming from a perspective of someone starting out. So how do we implement trust, trust and value online? And walking into a business in a meetup group, they've already got the trust, so they're mostly focusing on the value, so value. But whereas when you compare them to online, they're looking for value and they're looking for trust. So one of the ways you can convey value is offering a free service. So if you can offer something of value for free, I mean, there's nothing more valuable than something for free, right? So there's your value checked off, right? So if you can offer some value for free where they don't have to pay for it, and it actually provides them with real, insight into how, their marketing strategy is working. So just to be clear, when you offer something for free, you can offer, an SEO audit, a checklist, consultation, all that stuff. But in this, the way I'm going to show you today is offering a free SEO audit on their website. So you can offer something for free of value, and that's your value checked off. However, when it comes to overcoming something like trust, it's much harder to do because, as mentioned earlier, the only way you can really show trust online is having, reviews, testimonials, case studies, all that sort of stuff. But if you're new, and if you're new in the, the industry, how are you supposed to have those case studies? How are you supposed to get those reviews? You have to start somewhere, don't you? So I'm going to show you one of the ways, one of the techniques to actually implement trust in some sort of outreach campaign or email. So first of all, we come down here. I'll just draw a small arrow. And what we want to do is obviously write an email or some sort of piece of text. Hello, Mr. Hello, first name. I'm going to show you how to get their first name too in the next video because this is a two-part series. Hello, first name. Because it's personal to them, makes them feel special. But I know a lot of companies are already doing this. So how can we go the extra mile and be even more unique? One second. So how can we be even more unique compared to other cold outreaches? So we go hello first name, and then what we do, right? Here's what's interesting. So what we do, and you can use Zoom, you can use OBS, the platform I'm using, and what you can do is you can get a picture of your face, which is important. Your face in the bottom corner, like mine is. You can get a picture of their website, and you can get a picture of their and you get a picture of your audit, or maybe you can even do a picture of just a picture of their website and your face. I don't know. Depends how you want to do it. But if it was me, I would do a picture of the audit and the website because you can show, you can show all of these kind of red boxes showing all the issues with their website, maybe. So audit, website, face. So what's interesting about this is almost like walking into a business, almost, right? Not entirely, but it's showing the face of the business, right? It's showing that you're personally going into their business, which their business is represented online as their website, if that makes sense. So your face is personally going into their website, their business, and doing a free audit, right? So what you can do with this is you can either link this to a YouTube video, YouTube YT, where you've done the audit. So you've done an audit and it's like an unlisted video, so other people can't see it unless you want to list it. But I don't know if they'll be comfortable with that. Depends really. You have to get their permission. So it's an unlisted video and it's an audit, so other people can't see it. And they go on there and they actually see your face talking to them doing the audit. Right? I hope that makes sense. So you're doing the audit on their website on a video and they can see it rather than reading about your service from some dodgy email offering some free service. You can actually see that I've personally taken the time out to go onto YouTube, go onto their website, do an audit, convey my skills and put it to the test on their website and show them how they can get more leads, right? And this is providing more value. And they may even take that and go to someone they know, or maybe they even know how to do SEO themselves and they've just realized, they may take your audit and say, look, we need to do all this and go to someone else. But the point is, right, is you're offering free value. Right? You're offering free value and you're implementing that trust with your face and you're specifically going to their website, making them feel special. There is another way of doing this. You can either do the audit unlisted on a video. I'll just specify video there, video. Or what you can do is you don't have to link to the video. This is obviously this takes some time to do a specific video on the audit. This is going to take some time, right? So another way of doing it, which is one way you can do it, is no link. So you don't have to link. You can actually say that the link is on the image or whatever, and they click on the link and it doesn't go anywhere. So when they do that, 8 times out of 10 they'll go, the link isn't working. Link isn't link not working. Because once they do that, they email you back and they open the dialogue, and then you can say, look, okay, let's get on a let's get on a call, or let's go on a Zoom call, and I can go through this with you step by step, show you the issues with the site. Because then you've got them into a dialogue, you've got them engaging with your content, engaging with you yourself, and then you can obviously provide the services and sell them whatever you need to sell them if you're providing real value. Because you've got to think about that value and trust. That is the pinnacle of selling SEO or digital marketing or anything really. Value and trust. What value are you providing? What trust is there? So email, social media, trust and value, free service, and then to provide the trust is here. This is the trust, and this is the free. So this is your value, and this is your trust. So you got the website audit face. You can do it, and then you do a video of the audit on an unlisted YouTube channel, and they can see it themselves. Or you can say no, link not working, and they can get back to you and they can open the dialogue. And then there's obviously walking into a business or a meetup group or seeing them in person. Obviously, the element of trust compared to this technique is a lot more vivid for this type of outreach. So you don't really have to worry about it too much. They'll be more looking into the value that you provide, right? So the value obviously is the free audit. So that would go free, excuse my handwriting, free or sorry, free audit. Right, so you've got the value, and then it goes to the free audit. The trust, because I've seen you in real life, the trust is a bit more sort of vivid when compared to email and social media. Maybe you do have to kind of advertise yourself a bit, mention the reviews and things, and they may go and look you up because you're there and then. But 9 times out of 10, if you're offering something for free and you've walked into a business and seen you yourself, they're gonna say yes, right? Because no one's ever gone into a business and offered a free audit, really. That never would have happened to them specifically before. Okay. So in our next video, I'm going to show you a real example of how this works and how I'm going to apply this to a business. I'm going to just pick a random business in here and contact them, do this process, pick a couple maybe. So I'll put a link to that in the description. If you can like and comment, maybe subscribe if you're new. Yeah, I guess that's everything. See you in the next one.